Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Turning Your Passion into Profit Morning Show. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you may be around this globe. I know it certainly is a beautiful day here, where we're at. And I'm hoping that you are also enjoying this terrific Wednesday. How
Yeah.
about you, Tiffany?
It is a wow, wonderful Wednesday. I'm super excited to be here. It does look extremely beautiful on the outside here. So on the outside is nice, and on my inside is nice. So it's a good day. It's a wonderful Wednesday, and we're gonna wow the people on this in here Wednesday. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we are. We certainly are. And it's just such a beautiful day.
Yeah.
The whole atmosphere. The
Yeah.
whole atmosphere is just a peaceful. How would I
Mhm.
say? Peaceful, quiet day. You
Okay.
know, a
Okay.
day where you could really concentrate and just
Yeah.
inhale the
Mhm.
goodness around you.
Uh-huh.
There's opportunities that surround us each and every day. And
Sure.
that's something that we always have to be on the lookout for those
Sure.
opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, I'm
Mm-hmm.
Gertrude J. Chapman. I'm your number one inspirational book coach, and I teach women how to maximize their potential
Mm-hmm.
through writing their books, how to draw out those treasures, those gems that they have on the inside of them,
Mm-hmm.
and put it in a book form
Yeah.
so they could teach somebody what they know,
Mm-hmm.
or they could give somebody hope. And
Yeah.
that's what I do, teaching women how to take their value,
Mm-hmm.
what they know, and change the world. This is what I like to say: change the trajectory of
Come
somebody's life.
on. Yeah.
When I say change the world, I want them to get a bigger view of who
Mhm,
they are. Because
mhm,
sometimes people have a small view of who
mhm,
they are, but there's a
mhm.
bigger view.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I want to set the atmosphere
Yeah.
by
Come on and
just
say it.
saying that. Come on,
Said it.
Tiffany, what you got to say about that?
Well, I mean, I don't want to step behind that because you're so powerful. Your words are so dynamic, and I'm super grateful for everything that you have said. But I guess I should start also with the introduction of myself. I am Tiffany Rochelle. I'm an author and a heart and goal coach. What I do is encourage women to rid the toxins from their heart and to set goals that are true to you. I totally believe that out of the abundance of your heart, your mouth speaks, and knowing what comes from your heart matters. And not only does it matter, it matters to me. So I will say, if you hear something or you something sparks your interest, please like it, and give us some likes down here in the chats. Make sure you give us some good words, and we'll go ahead and make sure we shout you out there. Sharing is caring, so please share the show with a friend, a family member, a coworker, or anyone that you think needs a little bit of inspiration. So let's get on with the show. Let's get to turning your passion into some profit.
Turning your passion into profit. And the theme, what has been the theme for this month?
Oh, this
Finishing
is
strong, right?
mm-hmm,
Finishing strong. And
mm-hmm.
we're in the what? The 12th month of this year. But we want to make sure that you all finish strong. Can you
Mm-hmm,
believe it? And
hmm.
today's the 8th. The 8th already.
It's moving. It's
It's
moving.
moving. It's moving. But
Yeah.
we want to encourage, our team out there, our authors out
Yeah.
there, put it that
Yeah.
way, that
Yeah.
this is your time to finish
Mm-hmm.
strong.
Uh-huh.
It's not too late. You still have time to
Mm-hmm.
finish strong.
Absolutely, you do. Absolutely, because
Mhm.
it's like you said, it's the end of the year. So, and this is the last, we are finishing this year out. So, since we are finishing the year out, make sure you have everything that you have as far as them goals, get that
Yeah.
accomplished. Finish out what you planned for this year. Make sure you cancel all that stuff out, as well as start to figure out what you want to do for this upcoming year. Make
Mhm.
sure you get that good old strength in your finish. So,
Yes. And I
now,
like yeah, I like that what you said. And it just brought to mind something, before we talk about, can writing your book be profitable and
yeah.
writing tips for authors.
Mhm.
When you talked about this, we talking about finishing strong,
Yeah.
but goals,
Yeah.
different
Amen.
things of that nature.
Mhm.
I used to do this exercise, and I do it from time to time.
Okay.
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 Um, I take a big piece of paper,
Hmm.
okay, and in the middle, I draw a circle.
Sure.
And I put around the perimeter of that circle everything that I'm involved in,
Okay.
okay?
Hmm.
But in the middle, I put my goals, what I'm focusing on for that year,
Hmm.
okay? My goals.
Hmm.
Everything I'm involved in, like I said, goes around the perimeter of that
Okay.
circle.
Hmm. Hmm.
And this is my process of looking to see if those things that are around that circle,
Hmm.
is on the pathway to my goals.
Okay. Okay.
Because some things have to be eliminated.
They do.
That's how I do my
Absolutely.
elimination.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
And if it doesn't line up with those goals, it has to
Hmm.
go.
It
Because,
gotta go.
sometimes we carry things around in our lives
Hmm.
that no
Hmm.
longer serves us,
Hmm.
or we carry those things around by obligation.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
what do you have to say about that, life coach?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do need to get rid of some of that baggage. There's a lot of things that we carry
Hmm.
around for absolutely no reason. But one of the reasons we kind of carry it around is sometimes we just become comfortable with it. So
Yes.
it's something that we have made our normal. And if we remove that toxic situation or we
Hmm.
remove what has become comfortable, is how do I function? You function the
Hmm.
same way you did when you got used to that abnormal thing. You remove the abnormal thing that you have seen as normal and learn to do life now
Hmm.
as it's normally supposed to function. It's a thing that you have to do, is like I always like to say on the show, you got to retrain your brain. And it's because
Yes.
you were doing it before without it. So just learn to do it. Not, I'm going to say, not even just to do it the way you did it before. Let's do it a 2.0. So
Okay.
improve
2.0.
the way you did it, because anything that you do, you should always be making progress and getting better at whatever it is that you're doing. So retrain it. I like what you said. Come, you starting out powerful this morning. Oh, you want to come out the gate running. This is what
Oh,
we do.
we coming out the gate running. We finishing strong. We're finishing strong,
There
Tiffany.
ain't
We're
no
finishing
jogging this
strong.
morning. This ain't
Yes,
no jogging.
we're finishing strong. Yeah, because if we talking about
Mhm.
setting those goals in place, first you got to get rid of that baggage. What do
Yeah.
you call it? That toxins in the heart, right?
Yeah, it is. That's a lot of luggage. And you can't carry that on the airplane with you, depending upon where you're going. Some things is carry-ons, some things is personal items, but then them baggage, you got to check it. But let's
Mm-hmm.
think about that. Is that something that you really want to check? Is it something that you really need to travel with? If you're getting
Mm-hmm.
onto the airplane, they give you travel size things that you can get in. Everything is not acceptable to get onto the airplane. When you get in there, they'll tell you this is hazardous, this can't come on, this can't come on. So if we can have that much respect for the airlines and for the airplane to get us to that destination, that we remove it for them, why can't we do that for our lives? Why
Mm-hmm.
can't we remove that bitter situation, that individual, or maybe the job isn't right? Whatever it is that you don't, shift those things around. If you can respect again, at other institution of how they're governing their ways, why can't you respect yourself and go ahead and get rid of that?
Hey, that's powerful.
Yeah.
Good morning, Tommy.
Good
Grace and peace.
morning.
Good morning. But that is so true. That
Yeah.
is so true. You
Hmm.
know, if
Yeah.
we're going to finish strong, this is just a reminder, y'all.
Hmm.
This is a
Yeah.
reminder.
Uh-huh.
Let's get rid of those things. They haven't been serving you. Get
They
rid
haven't.
of them.
But
Okay? Because
no.
we're going to move into right. Can your book be profitable?
Yeah.
You know, can your book be profitable? A lot
Mhm.
of times people can't think because of the cloud that's going on.
Right, right,
The
right,
cloud that's going on.
right.
So we're going to talk about this, okay? Using the proper guidelines. Okay, when you're talking about goals, talking
Hmm.
about using the proper guidelines,
Yeah.
things that need to be applied.
Hmm.
Number one, when we talk about guidelines, we're talking about your subject, your
Yeah.
theme. We're
Hmm.
talking about framing your book,
Hmm. Hmm.
and using the analogy that I talked about on yesterday, just
Hmm.
like when you're building a house.
Hmm.
Okay. First,
Hmm.
you set the foundation. There's
Hmm.
some things that has to be set. First, there's the foundation.
Yeah.
Then the walls go up. Then the
Hmm.
trusses go up.
Hmm.
And then
Hmm.
you can put everything else into that house. but
Correct.
there's certain things that need to be
Hmm.
set.
Have to.
So think about the
Hmm.
subject. Think
Hmm.
about the theme. First, you have to frame your book.
Hmm.
You just can't, have anything out there or build it such and such a way.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
have to frame that book.
Hmm.
The next thing, when we're talking about guidelines, how about the message?
Come
The
on.
message, okay?
Matters.
Its
Hmm.
importance, its relevance, because your message is a form of communication.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. Good morning, Regina. How you doing this morning?
Hey.
You
Hey.
know,
Uh-huh.
your message is a form of communication, and
Hmm.
its importance and its relevance. Because remember, you're not writing for you; you're writing
Right.
for your audience.
True.
Okay,
True. Hmm.
and it has much weight. It has much weight on it.
It does. Hmm.
The next thing, when we're talking about guidelines, the atmosphere.
Right.
Okay, there's diverse ways of portraying your book.
Okay.
There's an atmosphere that goes along with it.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
you're aiming. Let's take it to the field. Okay,
Okay. Hmm.
like archery. You
Hmm.
know how you the bow and the arrow. You're
Hmm.
aiming for a certain thing. You're
Okay.
aiming for it to touch a
Hmm.
certain part in
Hmm.
somebody's life
Yeah.
to bring that change.
Hmm.
You understand? So
Hmm.
you have to think about all of those things.
Hmm.
You just don't write haphazardly.
Hmm.
Okay?
Right.
You're right with a purpose. You're right with certain things in mind.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's not just sitting there and just writing things
Hmm.
aimlessly.
Right.
It's
Right.
writing with a purpose. And that's something that,
Hmm.
writers, you have to train your mind to do.
Have to.
Okay?
Have
You
to.
hear people saying, there's some people say, oh, just sit there and just start writing, just write anything. But no, train your mind to do things the right way. We
Hmm.
have to learn how to not be out of control.
Right. Hello.
Okay?
That's
Out of
major.
control.
Major.
There's a purpose for everything,
Hmm. Hmm.
and that's a part of the guideline.
Yeah.
Another part of the guideline is purpose.
Come
Okay?
on.
Purpose.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Why do you want to write?
Sure.
Why do you want to write? Do you
Hmm.
want to write because your friends are writing? Do you
Hmm.
want to write because you might think it's the end thing to do? Why do
Hmm.
you want to write?
Right. Right.
Why do you want to write?
Hmm.
It's a personal thing.
Hmm. Hmm.
Every writer has a different purpose for writing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all of these things,
Hmm.
it's a mindset thing.
It, it is.
It's a mindset thing.
It
What do you guys
definitely
say
is a
about that,
mindset.
Phil?
It definitely is a mindset thing. But I think even when whatever we're writing, we do write twofold. We're writing to pour out from what's in us to kind of get it out. Not
Mm-hmm.
only are we getting it out, what we get out, that message matters. So you want to
Mm-hmm.
make sure it is definitely in order and you have put the structure properly together because you never want anyone to be confused about what you're pulling
Mm-hmm.
out. Because
That's right.
sometimes, and I'll even make it personal, hopefully it's not offensive. Me and you have our notes that we go back and forth. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I'll go, okay, so wait, what did you mean by that? And so, but that's your message and you understand it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I got what it is, but I'm like, just in case, let's have a conversation. And
Yeah.
so that's kind of like how it is with our book stuff. We
Yeah.
have the message, we understand what's going on, but you want to make sure your audience is captured
Exactly.
in the process of that. And so that's exactly what ended up happening. You sure did captivate me there. You got me in check. You can't read. You don't do me like that. You don't do me that bad. You
No.
don't do me like that. But I mean, it's a beautiful thing to do, like to be
Yes.
able to convey your message and for people to understand, structuring it properly. So
Yes.
using the proper guidelines to make sure that your message is effectively reached on the hearing of the end of or the reading of the individual. That's the individual reader, I should say it that
Yeah.
way.
And it's so true. And this is just the surface because we could go into a
Surface,
deeper
yes.
dive with that. And
Hmm.
and with Tiffany say, no, I don't get offended or anything like
No.
that. And I appreciate that because that brings us on the same page.
Hmm.
Okay,
Absolutely.
that brings us into
Hmm.
the same focus.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
and it's always good, to talk things over. And the
True.
same things when if we're doing it ourselves, say we're writing something,
Yeah. Hmm.
to see it from that reader's point of view instead of our point of view, to see
Right.
if they get what
Mm-hmm.
we have written,
Mm-hmm.
to see if it hits that point.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, to
Mm-hmm.
see if it really strikes the place where it needs to be, because we just don't write just to write. We
Mm-hmm.
write with a purpose. We
Mm-hmm.
write to make a difference.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
it's not the end thing to be an author. I want to tell you that it's not the end thing to be an
Okay.
author. I got to get a book out there. I got to get a book on um Amazon's, on Barnes and Noble's website. No, no,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have a purpose.
Yeah. Need
Hmm.
to. Need to have a
Mhm.
purpose. Purpose
Yes.
matters. You got to you got to figure out and find your purpose, because you just don't want to be out there wandering in the wilderness. You don't
That's
want to
it.
just be aimless at all.
Yes.
Find your purpose so you can live it out for real. Walk out in your purpose.
Walk out that purpose. Yeah,
Mhm.
purpose and conveying the message is very
Yeah,
important.
it
Yeah,
is.
it's very important.
Hmm. Absolutely. I'm grateful for you. Thank you, Miss Regina.
Yeah,
Hmm.
very, very
Come on and
important.
talk. See, that's important to us. Giving
Yeah,
us some feedback. That's beautiful. So for me, I'm gonna tell you I appreciate you. Thank you.
yes.
Thank you.
And the next thing we'll move into, build your fan base.
Yeah.
Build your fan base.
Yeah.
Come on, Tiffany, what you guys say
Well,
about building
I
that
think
fan base?
building your fan base, I think it is very important to be able to connect with your audience,
Mm-hmm,
and making sure you're interacting with them in the process of
mm-hmm.
your connecting. Sometimes you can just say, "Hey, how you doing?" and you think that that's a connect. No, hey, how you doing? Really stick around for the answer. Find out how you do. Build a rapport. Um, with the individuals that, and do it openly. Sometimes we'll have these little
Mm-hmm.
closet, I'll talk to you in the DMs, or I'll talk to you by myself, but it's great to see in the open, especially so other people can see, because you're not
Yes,
writing for just one person. You're writing for individuals. When you get a chance to
yes.
say, oh, that person's nice, oh, that person's, wow, all right, I might want to buy some of there, just because you see you're personable, you're touchable, you're
Mm-hmm.
reachable. You see celebrities doing that all the time. They have people screaming their names, and they're like, oh my God. And
Mm-hmm.
you get your beehives, and you get fans that become real dedicated
Yeah,
to you, but they interact. They make sure that the audience that's following them, that they make sure that they show their appreciation. So
yes.
I can be a fanatic about that individual, because I own that individual, even though they don't know me personally by name. You make me feel like I matter. You make me
Yes.
like me spending my hard-earned money on your album, on your book, whatever service that you're offering. You make me feel like I am for real valuable. And they're always being there. I believe that the and speaking about the celebrities, how they're making sure that they're interacting with their fan base, I think that
Mm-hmm.
they're being genuine. Um, there's a genuineness that they have to have, because they want to make sure that they're keeping in contact, because still I believe word of mouth is the best form of advertising. So
Yes.
I'm making you feel good. You're going to want to be like, oh, I went to the concert, oh, I bought this service, oh, when I had this editor, when they were helping me, they did this. Girl, you should try him. I don't feel like writing a book. I don't think writing a book. I bet you if you go talk to this person, you'll change your mind. But that's the way that you made that individual feel. So of
Yes.
course you're going to go out and talk, and they're going to say whatever it is. But it's very important to make sure you're interacting with the individuals that you come in contact with, because that's building your fans. That's building your base. They're making sure that you're taken care of.
And that's so true. That's so true.
Yeah,
Let's see. Regina says building a fan base is tough.
it
But
can be.
yeah, it can
It
be, but it
can
doesn't
be.
have to be, you know?
I think that the thing that makes it sometimes tough, it depends on the individual.
Mm-hmm.
As in, for me, it's not really a challenge to a degree, if I'll be honest. um the challenge, because, and I'm saying it that way because I love people, so I
Yeah.
like interacting with individuals. It don't matter who you are. There's so many individuals that I've met online that now they feel like
Yeah.
we've been knowing each other. Hello, feel like we've
Yeah.
known each other forever. But I like people, so it doesn't matter who you are. The statement that's said about me is, no one that interacts with me ever leaves a stranger. So it's like, soon as I see you, Oh,
Yeah.
hey, what's your favorite color? Oh, you like books. Okay, you like, that's a cute outfit you got. And now
Mhm.
we have, and it's just in Publix. And now we're like best friends. And I'm like, oh, you should try that cereal. You what? So
Yes.
because I like that with people,
Yes.
it can kind of be easy. Now the curve to that, sometimes I just don't feel like talking. If you allow me to be honest, as much as I like talking, there are times that I don't feel like talking,
Mhm.
or I actually get lost for words. It does happen,
Mhm.
surprisingly. So sometimes it's just like, or like if I'm doing it socially,
Mhm.
I might say, "Hey, how you doing?" Fine. Okay. So now I got to think about what am I going to say to pull you out? Because especially if you've put in here, I'm on social media to interact, I want to meet new people. Well, your responses aren't showing you really want to meet new people. So making sure that you're interacting in a way that you're showing yourself friendly, that you really want to kind of like open up to people. But
Mhm.
even if they leave you on red, or if they don't respond at all, that doesn't mean that you don't reach out to them. At least try again.
Mhm.
If
Try
at first you
again.
don't succeed, try again.
Try again.
But you don't have to keep hammering it. If they're not responding after a while, for me, I'll reach out again. If you don't reach out, and
Mhm.
respond again, that's okay. When you're ready, maybe you're not in a place that you're able to receive from me. And it doesn't necessarily mean, and some people, as far as social media wise, they see what you do for a living. I'm a life goal and heart coach.
Mhm.
She wants to sell me something. Sure, I'm not going to lie to you. I love for you to become a client. But overall,
Mhm.
I want to connect with you and make sure you're good, because you may not be
Mhm.
a client for me. You may genuinely be a friend, but I just want to show you that I am actually concerned. It's just really about how you are and maximizing the moment.
Yeah.
Building a fan base, it can kind of be tough, but it just really depends on how you look at it, the angle that you're deciding to come from. And if you get one, two, or three, again, that word of mouth, that'll bless your whole life, because you don't have to work super hard. You'll have others working for you. That's building your team.
Yep.
So others are going to
That's
work.
so true. And that's so true. And a lot of times, um, it's not you. A lot
Mhm.
of times people think it's about them, but it's not about you. Why people don't respond to you, because a lot of times it may be something that's going on in their lives,
Life.
you know,
Hmm.
even with products and stuff. A
Hmm.
no, a simple no will
Hmm.
simply mean not they're turning you off, but no, I
Right.
might not have the money right now, or things are going
That.
on right now,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
I just can't do it.
Right.
So, but you got to continue to interact with people.
You
And
have to.
there is a time of cutoff, you
Hmm.
don't want to be, you know, that bother. You don't
Hmm.
want to
I'm
be
not
that
overbearing at all.
maybe not a weekly thing, but
Right.
maybe make it a monthly thing and different things of that nature.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
it's a lot of times it's never about you. It's about them,
It's the
situations
individual.
going on in their lives,
Hmm.
you know. And she
Hmm.
even say, "Yeah, I love people and building relationship. I'm finding out it takes much time while trying to work and market myself." And that's so true, Regina. I'm wearing a lot of hats, and I can understand that because I do
Mhm,
too.
mhm,
I
mhm,
do too. Wearing a lot of hats. This is
yeah,
more than social media for me. I'm
mhm,
running a company. I'm
yeah,
running a company. I'm doing other things.
mhm, mhm,
Running and doing these. How would you say, mentorship
yeah,
meetings and different things like that.
mhm,
But we all it'll work out. You know what I
it will,
mean? You'll
it will,
find the
mhm,
way to fit yourself into that schedule.
mhm,
Everything's scheduled for me. Everything's scheduled for me. You'll
mhm,
find out. It's not really hard, and that's something that it's an individual thing.
it
Is
is,
what I'm trying
it
to say.
is,
It's an individual thing. Even building your fan base, it's an
mhm,
individual thing.
it
You
is,
have to, see what works best for you.
truth,
Okay,
absolutely,
take
absolutely,
what you learn and see what works best for you,
mhm,
because we all different.
mhm,
We all
mhm,
different.
we
You
all
know,
are, mhm, true
and
statement,
whatever works best for us,
mhm,
that's what we do.
right,
That's what we do.
mhm,
Yeah.
and it's a good thing too to build your team,
Yes. Oh,
because
that's
there's
very important.
sometimes people will come into your life, um, the best thing I can say is please use discernment, but everyone needs a team.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of people that will come into your life and they are there seriously to help you, I love
Mm-hmm.
my hashtag helps ministry because I believe that's what I am. Sometimes I'm not necessarily really wanting to be your friend. I'm
Mm-hmm.
here for real to help you. There is a purpose for me to be in your life. And that in this particular issue, it very well could be just to help you. Maybe I'm going to be here for you to help you with your social media. Maybe I might be here to help you to distribute some flyers. Maybe I might be your
Mm-hmm.
administrator and I'm going to go ahead and dictate. You have certain people that come into your life for a specific reason.
Mm-hmm.
And they may not be there forever, but while they're there, embrace while they're there. They may be there seriously to help you. They're not there to hurt
Yeah.
you, but they very well could be there to help you. So
Yeah.
embrace that moment, accept help. And I have to
Oh
eat
yes.
that. I'm
Yes.
gonna eat that.
Accept help. Yep. Be discerned. Use that discernment. Accept help, and it's all about team
Yeah.
building, and
Mhm.
automation.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, team building and automation. That's what I
Mhm.
live by. That's what
Yeah.
I've been living by for the last 5 years. Team
Mhm.
building and automation.
Right.
Because there's only so many hours in the day,
Yeah.
and there's only one of me. Okay, it's only one of me.
Guess what?
So that's another thing.
Mhm.
Invest yourself into others.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
where
Mhm.
they could catch the vision and they could continue on. I think that's biblical, right?
Mhm.
Write the
Mhm.
vision and make it
Make
plain,
it plain.
and they that read it may run. Right?
You know
Okay,
the book. You're in the word.
that's it. It's all about the word. It's all
Uh-huh.
about the word. We got to learn how to, do
Mhm.
those things and to
Yeah.
make our lives, and everything flow better.
Mhm.
But the next thing is money is not your focus, y'all. Money
Right,
is not
right.
your focus. You
Mhm.
know, a lot of times you hear people they want to sell something.
Mhm.
Money, money, money. Money is not your focus.
Right,
When
right,
we're
right, right, right.
talking about can your book be profitable, writing tips for authors, don't
Mhm.
shove your products in people's face every time you look around.
Uh-huh.
Money is not your focus.
Mhm.
Serving people is your focus.
Come on.
Okay?
Yeah.
Serving people, looking at their needs,
Mhm.
trying to get them from where they are to where they need to be. That's
Right.
your focus. You never
Mhm.
have to even have that conversation about money because
Mhm.
they will buy.
Yeah. Mhm.
They will buy. It's
Mhm.
how, again, how, even with that, how you position yourself,
Mhm.
how
Mhm.
you position your products,
Mhm.
okay, how you
Mhm.
position your book.
Mhm.
Okay, not with the sell, sell, sell.
Mhm.
What
Mhm.
solutions are you providing?
Mhm. Mhm.
You get
Mhm.
paid for solutions, not a link, a
Mhm.
link here and a link there, a book here, a product there.
Mhm.
No, how are you serving your audience?
Yeah. Yeah.
Service is number one.
It definitely is.
That's key.
Absolutely. Because although we believe money answers all things, that can't
Hmm.
be your primary focus.
No.
It's what that even though you're having a product or a service that you're selling, get that, make sure that that's all the way together.
Yeah.
Interact with your people. Again, we said that at the top of the show. You interact with the people and making sure that they're cool and you know that you're loving on them and they appreciate you just because of who you are.
That's
I'm
right.
more likely than not going to sow into you and whatever service or product it is that you have
Mhm.
just because of who you are. I enjoy who you are. And as you believe in the words that you have written in that particular book, that's what's going to generate the income.
Yeah.
But make sure you have your product, make sure you're you, but don't, like you said, don't shove it in your face. Be personable.
Mhm.
Make me want to, but not by shoving it in my face, but show me your personality. Show me that you're a real individual. You
Mhm.
know, service. Make sure
Service.
that I understand that you're real and you're not just
Yeah.
wanting me to purchase something, but make me feel like I actually do matter. It's not my
Yeah.
money that matters, it's me that matters. And the minute that I feel that way, more likely, I'm big on customer service. If I walk into a store and you don't greet me, you're not getting my money. My money, I work hard for my money. So if
Mhm.
I don't get some type of greeting, or when I come in and I'm like, hey, can you? And if you're kind of like snobby, you're not getting my money. I need to know that you're an individual and you're willing to help. That I matter. My dollar matters to you. And I'm going to go ahead. And I know I want to go into this store. I like this
Mhm.
store. But if the service is bad in there, my money's no good there.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mhm.
And, you know, being able to touch every author
Yeah.
should want to interact
Mhm.
with their readers or
Sure.
their
Sure.
ideal audience,
Sure.
because
Sure.
every reader or
Mhm.
every part of your audience
Mhm.
wants to get to know that author on that
Yeah.
level. Okay.
Uh-huh. True. Mhm.
It's a connection
Mhm.
thing, because
Mhm.
you're taking them somewhere. You're
Mhm.
their comfort,
Mhm.
and I'm not
Mhm.
saying a comfort zone. You're their comfort. You're that person who has
Mhm.
led them out of their confusion or out of that
Mhm.
state of where they were at wits end.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
And now they
Mhm.
want to get to know you.
I want to know
Because that
you.
connection, and see, that's how you even
Mhm.
build it to be a household name. That's how you
Mhm.
even build it to be they're
Mhm.
gonna look for you out of
Right. Right.
everybody else. You don't have to worry about the competition.
Mhm.
Okay. If
Mhm.
you build that heart to heart relationship,
That heart to heart matters.
it's a heart to heart
Mhm.
relationship. You don't
Mhm.
have to ever worry about,
Yeah.
I got this for sale, I got that
Mhm.
for sale. I hate
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
That's why I used to hate, girl. I used to hate going by vehicles because
Uh-huh.
they were out there like vultures.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
As soon as you get out there.
Oh my God, I hated that. They walk up to you. Nobody likes that. So just think about, you have a
Mhm.
product,
Yeah.
and this is the way people
Yeah.
see you. You know,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
you can't have people seeing you like that.
Right. Right.
People don't
Right.
even think about how people see them, and that
Mhm.
was a big turn off for me.
It
Okay.
is. Uh-huh. I believe it.
You get out of your vehicle, and here they're
Mhm.
running up to you like
Right.
vultures. Okay,
Uh-huh.
nobody likes that.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. There, I do not like anybody seeing when you see me being happy twice when you see me. I'm happy to see you come because yeah, I kind of like, but I'm happy to see you go because you talk too much, you're doing too much. You just do. I don't want you to be happy twice when you see me. Just be happy. Oh my God! And if I'm leaving you, man, I don't want you to go right now. But like
Yeah,
the car lot people, it's like, man, I can't wait to get in here and I'm ready to go. Like
yeah,
I'm only here because I need to get a car, but like I can't wait to get out of here because they all here. They
yeah.
just take it easy, buddy. Hold on, hold on. Right.
I know it's something. So nobody, that's why money can't be the focus,
Hmm.
because people, they may not actually think that they're doing it, but
Yeah.
they are doing that.
Hmm. They
When
are.
money is the focus. You see, it's a
Hmm.
mindset with the money being the focus. But if
Right.
you're set on serving, you're
Hmm.
gonna approach it a
Right.
different way, and people are gonna see you a different way.
You see differently because they
Yeah,
don't seem like I'm just
yeah,
commission based. That's what
yeah,
the car lot guys do.
yeah,
They're commission based. They immediately come into you because they need.
yeah,
I don't want you to come to me because of money. Please don't. Because
yeah.
I feel
No,
that. That's that. Oh gosh, how does that? That's that desperation. you,
desperation,
I don't
desperation.
want you to see me in my desperation, even though I may need you. I don't want to feel desperate and
Mm-hmm.
that desperation energy. You're gonna feel that.
You'll
Nah,
feel that.
and I'm gonna tell you, nah, I ain't
Yeah,
buying. I'm good.
yeah,
Don't even
and
worry about it.
and
Don't
that's
even
true, huh? Isn't
worry.
that true? Just
Mhm,
like what you said, that desperation spirit.
mhm. I
You
don't
can
need it.
feel it, right? You can
Mhm.
feel it. Well, the same thing we're talking about with the book. Money cannot be the focus. So
Right.
when you setting that up, money
Mhm.
cannot be the focus. Okay.
Right.
You got to
Right.
think on serving. How
Mhm.
can I serve with my message? As we talked about, framing the book. We
Mhm.
talked about the message. We talked about the
Mhm.
importance and the relevance. How
Mhm.
can I frame this where I connect with my audience? I
Mhm.
connect with that reader to
Mhm.
bring them into a different place in their lives.
Right. 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 Right.
You remember, I
Mhm.
talked about it on yesterday.
Mhm.
You have to see it
You have to.
before
I
you
see
see it,
before you see it.
or
Mhm.
you'll never see it.
Uh-huh.
You
Uh-huh.
have to see them in that
Mhm.
situation
Mhm.
and see them overcoming that situation.
Right. Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
remember, we don't see with our eyes, we see through our eyes. So you
Mhm.
have to,
Mhm.
be able to see how you're gonna take that message and
Mhm.
overcome that situation, or
Mhm.
eliminate that situation
Mhm.
for
Mhm.
them,
Right.
and so they could see it through that
Mhm.
message.
Right.
That message carries a lot of weight.
That message is weighty.
Oh,
And
yes, it's
yeah,
weighty. It
that
is
message is
weighty.
weighty.
It
Yeah.
is so weighty. And
Uh-huh.
that moves us into what? Developing other streams,
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
other streams of revenue.
Right. Mm-hmm.
People leave money on the table. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Uh-huh.
Developing other streams.
uh-huh. I think I totally believe in having other streams.
Hmm.
But in the process of you having multiple streams, I think you should make sure that you've mastered one before you go to the next one.
Yes.
Because if one of those streams happened to pandemic came and it caused
Hmm.
some of us to kind of shut down, if you have one of those particular streams already mastered, you know how I can go ahead and make this one work. I can go ahead and make this one work, or this one can work, or this one is on timeout for a little while, but I
Hmm.
still have something else to fall back on. But if you kind of master one of those, it matters versus
Hmm.
it being one of those little things. I want to have my hands in stock market. I want to have my hands over here in this particular business, have my hands here, have my hands there. Well, I'm trying to start all those because I hear the end thing saying have multiple streams of income, have
Hmm.
multiple streams coming on. I hear that. So now I'm trying to take on so much, but now I'm overwhelmed and now I'm ready to shut
Hmm.
down because I got too much on my plate. Have
Hmm.
that vision, have that plan. We talk about that often. Write it down. Sure, I want to become a part of that. Yes, that's something that I'm interested in. But if we make plans, give you a 30, 60, 90-day plan or so, say that maybe if I focus on this particular one, get this down, then I can go ahead and have that one. I can get that one down. But I've already had an automated system. Maybe I got a way that I can do this one right here. This
Hmm.
flows by itself. This one, okay, I got to invest a lot of time into this one. At least mastering one of those or mastering it, getting on to the next one, and you have that under your belt. Find you a team. Another team may be able to run this for you. It's
Hmm.
your business, but somebody else may be able to help you with that. But I think you
Exactly.
don't want to get overwhelmed trying to have so many streams until you
Hmm.
have mastered at least the first one before you have the next one, and go on from there.
Exactly. Exactly that. And that's all a part of, essentially before you even start writing that book, to
Mm-hmm.
have those things, to
Mm-hmm.
forecast that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You have to have that vision where you could
Mm-hmm.
see.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
see exactly, you
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of times we talked about this on previous
Yeah.
broadcasts. A lot of times people want to just, oh, let me write that book,
Uh-huh.
but they have not set that goal. They
Mm-hmm.
have not set that plan.
Got to write it
How
out.
they got, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
these multiple streams. Oh, I'm gonna jump on this stream. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna jump on the ebook. I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna jump over here on the audio books.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna jump
Uh-huh.
over here in the blogs. I'm gonna jump over
Mhm.
here, on um
Mhm.
how would you say, the speaking gig. I'm gonna jump
Mhm.
over here. I'm over here
Mhm.
and I'm over here. But then
Mhm.
you have nothing together. Not now you
Mhm.
haven't mastered anything
Mhm. And
because
none of it's
now you
generating
become
income.
overwhelmed. Remember, I told you, and we were
Mhm.
talking about something that we plan on doing next year.
Right.
If,
Mhm.
and we were talking about the ultimate goal. And
Yeah.
I said, well, no, let's uh, turn it back to this, because I'm
Mhm.
gonna tell you, the pandemic. When the pandemic hit,
Mhm.
I just pivoted. It
Mhm.
didn't affect me at all.
Uh-huh.
I just
Uh-huh.
pivoted. I
Mhm.
just brought some things in because I love technology.
Yeah.
Technology is number one for me.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
just brought things in and done it in a different way. You remember I showed you what I had
Mhm.
done on that on my banner and everything. You remember I
Mhm.
showed you that. And
Mhm.
that's the way, I was able to, come out of doing the lives,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
we were doing lives and different things like
Uh-huh.
this. And I'm talking about live in person events,
Okay.
to
Understood.
be
Mhm.
able to do it online. Even
Mhm.
though we were doing online, I mean, it didn't stop anything. So these
Mhm.
are things that authors need to be able to see.
They have to see it.
They have to
They have
see
to
it.
see it.
Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
They have to see it.
Mhm.
They just
Mhm.
can't. Oh, well, I want my book just hardcover. I want to just have it hardcover. I just want to have it where it's a soft covered book. Hey, but how about audio books?
Right. Right.
How about ebooks?
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
if they understand the power of ebooks, if they
They're
understand the
powerful.
power of audio books, if they
Uh-huh.
understand these things,
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
they'll they'll understand this, that it could reach even more,
Mm-hmm.
you
It
know,
really can. It really can, because you
more
can
of
keep
the
those
audience,
audios in
ideal
easy.
audience, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But master, writing that first book,
Master it. Yeah.
master. If
Get
you
that
want to
down.
start in the paper book, the
Mm-hmm.
paperback books, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to
Mm-hmm.
start in the ebooks, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But don't be so stuck in a place. That's
Yeah.
another way. Being stuck in a place where they can't move. Being
Yeah.
stuck where they can't move. And
Mm-hmm.
thinking that's the only way. Like,
Right.
should I have a published author? I mean,
Right. Right.
not a published author, a
Mm-hmm.
publishing house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thinking that a publishing house is gonna be the best thing for them.
Right. It may
When
not be.
no, that
It
was
may
just
not.
a way of doing things
Mm-hmm.
at a particular time.
Mm-hmm.
We're not in that time anymore.
Mm-hmm. You got to flow with. We got to flow with things.
Yes,
Find out what century you're actually in and be there. Be
yes,
present in that one, even though
yes,
that was a system that worked. And I'm not knocking them, because I'm grateful for them. But
yes,
sometimes you may not need them. Sometimes it's okay for you just to go out there and get your elbows a
yes,
little dirty. Just go ahead and move, meet and greet, and do it that way.
yeah,
You receive a lot more. You don't
yeah.
like us leaving money on the table.
Nope.
So go ahead and interact with the individuals a little bit more. It might take a little more time,
Hmm.
um, but it can be worth it.
It could be
It can be
worth
worth
it.
it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And always, this is another thing. Always be prepared.
Be
Always be prepared.
uh-huh.
If you're writing a book, okay, and you're an author,
Mm-hmm.
always be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Stop, let everybody know about your book,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When the
Mm-hmm.
conversation comes up, there's gonna be a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Let somebody know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Always be prepared.
Mm-hmm. You
Because
have
a
to.
lot of times people they
You have to.
hide, they don't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Even with their friends, or they're in a situation, they don't
Mm-hmm.
say anything. Be
Mm-hmm.
known as that author.
Right. 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 Right.
I look at Regina, what she had mentioned. She said she wear many hats.
Come
She
on.
wear that. I like that. What she said about wearing many hats. I
Mm-hmm.
like that phrase that she
Mm-hmm.
used right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but let different audience, because we're around different people at different times.
Right. Right. Right.
How,
Right.
how do they see us?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How
How
do
we're
they see
seen
us
is it
differently?
matters.
You understand what I mean? How do
Mm-hmm.
they see us? Some people see me this way. Some
Mm-hmm.
people see me as an author. Some
Mm-hmm.
people may see me as a leader. Some people may see me as such and such. You know what I'm trying to say?
I hear
Who
you.
do people see you as
Mm-hmm.
when you
And that
in
that
like a
matters.
certain class of people or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
How do they
That
see you?
that matters. You don't want people. You want people to see you in the right light. How
Yes,
you view me, how you see me. I don't want you, and especially if I'm growing, I don't ever want you to see me in my past tense. See me where I'm at now.
yes.
See that I have grown, I have developed, but what I do, what I say, my product, I want that to line up with what I say, who I am. I
Hmm.
need you to view me in the right way, in the right way.
In the
So
right way.
I'm
Yes.
seeing matters.
Because
Yeah.
some people you don't even have to say anything. You
You
don't
don't.
even have to say anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What you got for me? Okay, what you got for me? But it's all about, okay, what we were talking about, building your fan base. It goes
Mm-hmm.
back to there,
Mm-hmm.
building your fan base, because sometimes people are viewing you
Mm-hmm.
and you don't even know they're there.
True.
They've
Mm-hmm.
been there, they don't comment,
Mm-hmm.
but they're viewing you
They
from a
see you.
distance.
Mm-hmm. They see you. They see
They
you. Your
see
life
you.
is that book that they're reading.
Yes,
Mhm.
they
They may
see
never
you.
ever say a word, but they see everything you post.
Hmm.
They see everything you do. You never know. They could be one of the individuals off of you, and they just lurking around in a bush somewhere, and they watching you and seeing exactly what you do.
Seeing
So
exactly. That's why we
mhm.
have to be consistent.
You,
That's why we,
mhm,
it's not about us. It's all
mhm.
about them.
Right,
It's all
right.
about them. So
Hmm.
we never could think that, oh, well, I might be doing this. No, no, no. It's not
Hmm.
I. It's them,
Hmm.
them, them.
Come on.
It's
Right,
them, them, them. It's not
right.
I. It has not. We have to remove ourselves from that.
Hmm. Have to.
It's
Hmm.
them. It's
Hmm.
them,
Have to.
and
It's
focus
about them.
on them.
It's
Hmm.
about. It's definitely about them. Definitely is. It depending on who you are, it probably will help you out. I know, like when I'm sewing into people and I'm helping people, that helps me. That blesses my whole life,
Mhm.
just because that's just the individual I am. I'm a servant first. So, and I'm
Yeah.
real life. I'm not saying that because it's a cliche that goes around. You got to be a servant first. Real life, that's me. So
Yeah.
I am like that. And so for me, because I help you, that in turn is so satisfying to me,
Mhm.
because I have been able to pour something into you, or I've helped you. I don't care if it's just me tying your shoe. If that's especially if you hurt your back or you weren't able to do something, me helping you just do that, and that
Mhm.
me seeing the joy that came on your face, man, I couldn't get my shoe on to save my life. Oh, no problem. I'm okay. No problem.
Mhm. Mhm.
It makes me feel, I might not even been having the greatest day, but I seen you struggling in some type of way, and I help you to see your response. That has changed my whole day. So now I might have been disgruntled, and the joy that you just showed, that has now changed my life. And don't let it have been a project that I was trying to do and I had to get up from my desk so that I can walk away to get my mind clear. If for some reason with me, if I'm able to help somebody in that process and they have a great response from that, it
Mhm.
just helps bring clarity to my moment. I can go back to that project and I put the point in the wrong area.
Yeah.
I don't know how I didn't see that in the beginning, but I was focused and I was driven on whatever
Mhm.
task it was. But helping people, that helps me.
Oh
So
yeah.
certain people are like that, in the process of you helping and you serving somebody, that can serve you as well. But it's not about you, it's
Mm-mm.
you helping somebody else.
You helping somebody else, and that's what it is, about us helping somebody else through our books, through our
Yeah.
message, through
Hmm.
our products.
Hmm.
And that brings us to content.
Hmm.
Let me get up here again.
Hmm.
Content distribution.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
know, distributing that content.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
because we and our vision or
Hmm.
our book, our
Hmm.
message, we're
Hmm.
one.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're one, and we
Hmm.
should be distributing whatever it is that comes from our hearts.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
that message, that book, we should be willing to distribute it everywhere
Everywhere. Yeah.
to
Hmm.
help somebody
Hmm.
get a better understanding
Hmm.
of the situation that they're going through,
Hmm.
or that remedy for that situation, or
Hmm.
that how to.
Yeah.
We even talked about the
Hmm.
different things, expressions of writing yesterday, the
Hmm.
poetry.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
talked
Yeah.
about those
Hmm.
things on
Hmm.
yesterday.
Hmm.
um you know Distribute that content,
Hmm.
distribute it, get it
Hmm.
out there,
Uh-huh.
get it out there, your
Hmm.
passion.
Right. Hmm.
Your passion, get it
Hmm.
out there.
Get it out.
you know
Get it out. Hmm.
just like just like me. I guess that's why we're together on this
You
broadcast.
click.
It just took one meeting,
Uh-huh.
that's
It
all
was.
it took, right?
It's just the one.
Because there's a unity here.
Hmm.
It's a servant heart
Yeah.
unity here,
Hmm. Hmm.
that we focus on
Yeah.
what matters to somebody.
Yeah. Hmm.
How can we get them in a better position
Hmm.
than what they are currently experiencing right now?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
especially, Tiffany, during this time.
Yeah.
This
Hmm.
time may not be a very happy time for people,
For
because
some.
maybe there's been
Hmm.
losses in the
Hmm.
family. Maybe
Hmm.
there's disconnection in families. Maybe
Hmm.
a
You never
person's
know.
alone. Maybe they're
Hmm.
going through depression. Maybe they're going through all of these things
Hmm.
that we may take for granted because it's
Hmm.
not happening in our lives.
Right. Right.
We
Right.
always have to consider somebody else.
Somebody else. Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
and that content distribution, getting that content out there,
Hmm.
especially if you're an author, especially
Hmm.
during this time. Okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
wherever you may be, especially during this time,
Hmm.
show forth, get on your social media page, get in those live streams, wherever it may be,
Hmm.
and begin to share some things.
Have to.
Okay,
Yeah.
begin to uh, put out there purposable. Okay, I'm
Hmm.
trying to say that word.
Hmm. Hmm.
Content.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
something that's really going to change somebody's life, something
Mhm.
that's going to give them hope, something
Mhm.
that's going to clear up,
Yeah.
the things that they made, the cloudiness that's in their mind.
Absolutely.
Content
Absolutely.
distribution. And that's
Mhm.
what the message is about. You remember we
Mhm.
talked about, is
Mhm.
it important and
Yeah.
is it relevant?
Uh-huh.
It's
Mhm.
relevant right now, y'all.
Mhm. It
This is
is.
the holiday season. It's relevant.
It is. It's very
So,
relevant.
for even those who have businesses out there,
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
relevant. You
Mhm.
see, that's where they leave money on the table
It
because they're
is.
not touching hearts, because they're
Mm.
not being relevant, because
Mhm.
they're not serving. That's how you
Mhm.
leave money on the table.
It's the
Instead
truth.
of pushing things in people's
Mhm.
face,
Right.
serve, be
Mhm.
relevant.
Serve. That's a true statement.
Hmm.
I think no, if you know what your content is, it's easy for you to kind of like do your distribution
Hmm.
of your content. Your content is your valuable words that you've strategically
Yes.
organized and that you decided to structure in this
Good,
particular book.
good morning,
So
Rose.
Good
You're
morning, Rose.
visiting.
Good morning. So, when you have to distribute your valuable content, you want to make sure that the action or the process of supplying those goods to the stores or to those businesses this is
Hmm.
done in integrity.
Hmm.
There are various channels that you can use, which you can share your product and
Hmm.
your content distribution is an important part of your content strategy because we always
Hmm.
talk about making sure we have your strategy for your particular content. Um, we also want to make sure that you ensure that you use the proper guidelines. So I'm gonna just go ahead and pull it all together. So you just want to
Yes.
ensure that you use the proper guidelines so that your fans and all persons that use their money to purchase your products from one or multiple streams that one your multiple streams of income that they're happy. Whether you're personally pushing your product or you're using a service provider or some social media, you must make sure that your content is distributed effectively. And we
Yes.
can't stress enough about having a plan. You got to have a plan in the process of distributing stuff or process to have a plan period of knowing what it is that you're going to do. In the plan, you'll know if your book is going to be just an ebook or if you're going to do the paperback or if you're going to do both of them. There's all those are different
Yes.
streams also. So no matter what type of content distribution you're going to focus on, the process of the distribution, you need to make sure that individuals are happy in the process of the content that you're dealing with. And when I'm saying it that way, I'm meaning like you made reference to this being a perfect time for us to express our message. Now, for me, I need to hear your genuine messages because
Yes.
this is an interesting time of the year for me.
Yes.
Okay, so for me, I got my brother's birthday. I'm down here in Florida. All my family is up north. Thankfully, my daughter decided to come visit me. But all my family is up north, and I'm down here. I got my friends that are now family down here. But
Hmm.
how you're treating people and how you're interacting with people, all that matters. Being genuine from the heart in messages, that's a part of your content. you know, your content, your genuine self, it matters. So not only for me is my family not here, one of the ladies that raised me, which is my grandmother, I had my mother as well, but she passed away. So
Mm.
this is about to be my first Christmas holiday. So you got my grandfather's birthday that's getting ready to come up. He passed away. And now my grandmother, my two foundational pieces are no longer here. So holiday times now are kind of looking like, do it have to be here? It's just another day now for me. I'm being honest. So I
Yeah, I
apologize for
understand.
not really, but this is just my transparent moment. I was getting ready to say I apologize for being transparent, but I
Oh
really don't.
no,
It's me.
you know my situation. Yeah.
Understood. But you being genuine and you conveying your message, your genuine content, if you
Yeah.
distribute it properly, it matters. And how you
Yes.
distribute it, it matters. Because again, for this particular season and this time that we're in, I don't want you looking at me like I'm a dollar sign, especially because a lot of family members already, as in kids, there are three adults, but they already look at me like I'm an ATM. I said, no, my first name is Tiffany. I got an A in my name, but I'm not ATM. This is not the Bank of Tiffany here. So I don't want when anybody else meets me, you to see a complete dollar sign when you happen to
Yes.
meet me. I want to be able to meet you because people matter, feelings
Yes.
matter, your
Yes.
presence matters. And even if you're around because you want me to purchase something, don't let that be the first thing I see. Please don't. No, I need
Yes.
to know whatever content you got in your particular book. Hopefully, it's heartfelt. Maybe it's something that's dealing with a matter of a heart, or maybe it's something, I don't know, whatever is in your particular book, but hopefully it's heartfelt. And if
Hmm.
I can't purchase your book because I don't want you selling me at it, as soon as you first meet me, maybe some words that's inside of your book might be able to help me in that moment when we meet. Maybe it's something, there's a particular message in there or something that you wanted to convey, but you decided to hold off in this particular book because you're going to do it for book two. Maybe you might be able to tell me, what's getting ready to come, but we just don't know that it's getting ready to come in your next book. But your content matters. Your content
Yes.
is your valuable words that you've strategically placed together. Be careful with your words because your words matter.
Yes.
You
Words
got to make
matter.
sure that I guess that's where I'm going with that. Your content is your words, and you got to make sure you distribute that properly.
Oh, it's true.
So, yeah,
It's so true.
yeah.
And these are some things that authors, you have to keep in mind.
Hmm.
You have to keep in mind.
Hmm.
These are things that's going to make your book be profitable.
Yeah.
Okay, writing tips for authors, the things that we share in this
Hmm.
time frame. I hope that it brought value to you,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
could begin to take these actionable steps, because these
Hmm.
are actionable
They
steps.
are.
Okay, that
Yeah.
will give
Hmm.
people an easy win.
Yeah.
These things are not hard to do,
They're
but it
not.
will give you an
They're
easy
not.
win. So you don't have those books sitting around in,
Hmm.
in the corner in
Hmm.
your garage,
Hmm.
okay?
Hmm.
Just sitting there deteriorating.
Yeah.
Or if you
Yeah.
haven't written your book,
Hmm.
now you know how to, properly frame your book,
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
know, by the
Hmm.
things that you have heard today. All of
Hmm.
these tips, even if maybe you came in late to this broadcast,
Yeah.
go back and listen to it on the
Yeah.
replay. Or maybe
Hmm.
you've been here from the beginning. And
Hmm.
there's a lot of things
Hmm.
that we have shared with you in
Hmm.
this hour that will, like I said, give you actionable tips that
Yeah.
will bring you immediate results
Yeah. Yeah.
if you do them.
Yeah.
If you do them.
Yeah.
Okay?
Hmm.
And don't forget, y'all, to share this
Hmm.
broadcast out with your friends,
Please.
because this has certainly been a very powerful broadcast, Tiffany.
Yes.
A
Yeah.
very powerful broadcast. I got to go back and listen to it myself, to get those different things.
Yeah. Hmm.
So, we could do some other things with it. But this
Absolutely.
is a very powerful
It
broadcast.
is. It is.
And
Hmm.
like I say, I hope that the listeners have heard what they needed to hear,
Hmm.
so they could finish this year strong and be ready for the upcoming year.
Hmm.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Remember,
Hmm.
finishing strong.
Finishing
Finishing
strong.
strong. Don't
Hmm.
forget to share this message out with your friends. But
Yes.
from myself and Tiffany,
Yes.
remember this: this is your time, this
Hmm.
is your season, this is your turning point. And we look
Mhm.
forward to seeing you on the next broadcast.